This one is an Indiana police DGU in Salem. I guess there's a Salem, Indiana.
Mhm.
And a woman shot and killed a man as he held a gun to her husband's head. Curtain Call. This is sponsored by Cargo, cases and rugged gear outfitters in El Cajon. Go to cargostores.com to check them out. They're at 423 Broadway in El Cajon. You know, you really have two enemies for your firearms, rust and the government. The good news is Cargo has your back on both fronts. They're a proud sponsor of Gun Owners Radio, and we want you to be a proud customer of Cargo. They're helping us fight to get more pro-Second Amendment officials into office, and their rugged cases are helping you keep your firearms secure and protected, especially from rust. They're built like a tank. Cargo cases are stackable, they're weatherproof, and they're ready for anything. Whether you're hitting the range or you're going off grid, whatever you're doing, you need a Cargo case for your firearms. And here's something just for our listeners. If you buy a Cargo case in the store at Rugged Gear Outfitters, mention Gun Owners Radio or San Diego County Gun Owners, then you'll get a free desiccant pack that'll help your firearms stay rust-free. It keeps your gear bone dry and battle ready. So visit them at 423 Broadway, El Cajon. Great products, great prices, and really, truly uncommonly good service. That's Cases and Rugged Gear Outfitters, or Cargo. Commit today to go checking them out. They really do deserve your business. They've been absolutely wonderful to us, and he is a legit gun guy. So support him and check out his products today. So, okay, Curtain Call. Curtain Call, of course, is Alicia Curtin, and she is going to tell us about a defensive gun use. This one is an Indiana police DGU in Salem. I guess there's a Salem, Indiana.
Mhm.
And a woman shot and killed a man as he held a gun to her husband's head. Is that right? What happened
Absolutely.
here?
All right. So, well, the article, first of all, comes from WDRB.com. And as you stated, Indiana, town, Salem, they're in Indiana. So the story actually comes from 2023. So it's not a very recent case. However, it's an important one. So what occurred is that there is a family that lives there in Salem, and we know that there's in this home there's at least a father, a mother, and a daughter. There's no mention of any other family members. But what occurred is there was a man by the name of, let me give you his name, Michael Chastain. Michael Chastain had dated the daughter. So what occurred is that we don't have a whole lot of details about the drama in the relationship, but what occurred is that Chastain drove across the front yard, grabbed the homeowner, the husband, forced him to the ground, and pointed a gun at his head. The homeowner's wife saw it as it was happening, and she was able to shoot Chastain with her own firearm, therefore saving her husband's life. So it's just, I mean, I have kids. I have 4 kids. One of them's married. They've dated, right? So I cannot imagine. We don't know. Was there turmoil? Was there drama? Was there a fight? Was there a breakup? We don't know. Okay, there may or may not have been, but the reality is there's a couple of different things. First of all, the wife saw this occurring. The husband obviously was the one with the firearm to his head. Now, did he have his own firearm? I don't know. I will tell you, even if he did, drawing from the drop in that circumstance may not have been a good idea anyway, even had he have had his own firearm. But the wife is able to acquire and get a firearm to defend and save her husband. Did she have it carried on her person? Right? Things to think about. Was it staged in the home to where it was quickly and easily accessible? All these things are things to think about. But the reality of used the firearm. Again, we've talked about this a lot of times before. Using a firearm to save and defend a life. In this case, a shot was taken. And that shot was taken to save a life. Unfortunately, Mr. Chastain did not survive to see court, to face justice in that way. He did not survive that shot, and he did pass away. But the husband lived. And I think that's the most important part of the story.
Let me just so I totally understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
A bad guy had a husband at gunpoint.
Yep.
So the bad guy was pointing his gun at someone's husband.
Yes.
And the wife drew her gun,
Correct.
shot the bad guy, and saved the husband.
That's it.
That,
So it really is
so
a good person with a gun, right? Save the day against a bad guy with a gun. Right?
there's two things that I got to say about this. Number one, when I have been in classes and they do a hostage drill and they say, "Hey, we're gonna simulate someone has taken a hostage, and we want you to think about, this target is someone you love or whatever." I think to myself, I don't know if this is realistic. I mean, really, we're going to save a hostage here? That's exactly what happened here.
Right.
Number one, I mean, someone held at gunpoint and she, took care of business here. And then the other thing I have to think about, that guy is going to be doing dishes for the rest of his marriage, period.
And
Like
laundry.
she just
And
is
laundry.
the ultimate trump, and laundry. She's got the ultimate trump card right now, and I'll bet he is thrilled that she has it. I'll bet you he is so happy and proud of her, and wow, what an amazing thing.
Absolutely. Think about this. I know you get out and practice, Mike, right? I know I get out and practice. When we practice, do we practice? I mean, we don't know how far away was this gunman from her husband. Was he holding him up against his body with the firearm to the head? Was he standing and the husband was on the ground? I don't know the distance, right? But I will tell you, how many times do we miss low and left? Right? Think about that, right? You never know when you might need it, and you don't know what the circumstances are going to be. And so our practice should be not to think that whatever hey, I did, hey, good enough, right? And in my opinion, I'm never, and I don't do this in a negative way, but I look at it this way. I practice and I practice and I practice, and I practice because what I'm doing, in my opinion, is there's always room for improvement. Right? I'm not saying that it's not good enough in a negative way, but what I'm saying is I can do better. And that's what practice is about. And I will tell you, we were talking about the 11% tax. If that's discouraging people from practicing as often as they should, what's going to, there could be some fallout from that. And that's a concern. Back to the 11% comment.
I agree. By the way, I'm the king of low and left. That's my home. That's where I live low and
You
left.
live there?
You know what I tried doing? You're an instructor.
Right.
Maybe you can tell me why this didn't work. I decided that I'm so low and left so consistently that I actually started hanging my target low and to the left, and that didn't help at all. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong.
It's this. You're doing this. We can fix that.
Exactly.
We can
exactly.
fix it.
All right. Okay. What else? Anything else we got to know about this superhero of a lady?
No, that's it, right? That's it. Just like my thought is, I try to come up with, well, what's a takeaway? What's a thought? What's something that you can learn from this takeaway? One is, are your firearms staged in a way that you can get to them when you need them? Because you never know when you're going to need them. You never know if you're going to have time to go and acquire it. Think about that. Where are you putting it? How you have it staged? If you have to run to your bedroom, find a key, right? Dig around, find that key, and then get that safe, and then, or kind of, fight and struggle to get that cable lock off. Would she have been able to save her husband in time? Right? Just things
there you
to
go.
think about.
Takeaway number 2, gentlemen, marry wisely. I think that's another important takeaway here
I
from
like it. That's
the
it.
story. So, all right, cool. Well, there you go. That's your curtain call. Hey, thanks for watching Gun Owners Radio. I hope you loved that clip. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on social media, and check out our website at gunownersradio.com.